You are broke, not because you don't earn enough. You are broke because every time money gets close to you, something inside quietly pushes it away. And you don't even notice it happening. Keep watching, because what I'm about to show you will expose a hidden pattern you've been repeating your whole life. And the last fix in this video can rewire your money story in just 10 minutes a day. Financial psychologist Dr. Brad Klontz spent over a decade studying why smart, hardworking people stay financially stuck. His research revealed that nearly 77% of our money behaviors come from unconscious beliefs we picked up before the age of 15. That means you're not failing because you're lazy. You're failing because a younger version of you wrote the rules, and the adult version of you is still obeying them without question. This invisible pattern has a name. It's called money self-sabotage. And today, I'm going to break it down piece by piece. Stay till the end, because point number 6 is the one almost nobody talks about, and the final solution can shift your entire financial future. Let's start with the first wall, the one that hits when life goes right. It is a silent program running in the background. Have you ever noticed that every time life gets a little too good, something suddenly breaks? You land a big client, and your laptop crashes. You get a raise, and your car needs repair. You feel happy for a week, then out of nowhere, a silly argument blows up at home. This isn't bad luck. This is programmed behavior. Psychologist Dr. Gay Hendricks, in his book The Big Leap, calls this the upper limit problem. He explains that every human has an inner thermostat for how much success, money, and joy they can handle. The moment you cross that setting, your brain creates a problem to pull you back down. You punish yourself for winning. And then you call it unlucky. That's the first problem. Here's the second one. Wired in before you knew what money was. So where does this thermostat come from? Your childhood. T. Harv Eker, author of Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, says every one of us received a money blueprint before we could even spell the word money. If you grew up hearing lines like rich people are greedy or money doesn't grow on trees, those sentences became hidden rules running your bank account today. You think you're making choices. You're just obeying programming. Now, the third problem is where your own brain turns against you. And when that blueprint is built on fear, your brain slips into what Princeton researchers Sendil Mullainathan and Eldar Shafir named the scarcity mindset. Their 2013 study showed that people under financial stress lose up to 13 IQ points in decision-making. Think about that for a second. Stress literally makes you dumber with money. You stop seeing long-term opportunities. You only see this month's bills. So you work harder, but you make worse choices. You grab the quick money instead of the smart money. Sound familiar? Now, problem 4, where your emotions start paying the bill. And here's where it starts getting painful. When stress builds up, you don't just make bad decisions. You spend to feel better. A study in the Journal of Consumer Psychology found that sadness can raise spending by nearly 300%. That's why Amazon feels like therapy at 11 p.m. That's why you keep ordering food you didn't even want. Morgan Housel, author of The Psychology of Money, said it beautifully. He reminds us that personal finance is mostly about behavior, not math. It's your emotions, not your salary, that are emptying your wallet. Here comes problem 5, and it shows up right when life gets better. Stay with me, because this next one is a silent killer. Even when you finally start earning more, guilt creeps in. You feel strange having more than your cousin. You feel weird posting a nice meal while a friend is struggling. So quietly, you overspend on others, you give too much away, or you stop chasing bigger goals just to stay relatable at the dinner table. Financial therapist Amanda Clayman calls this wealth guilt. She says it's one of the biggest reasons middle-class earners never cross into real wealth. You sabotage yourself just to stay likable. The sixth problem hits you every time you open your phone. Then comes social media, pouring fuel on the fire. You open Instagram for 2 minutes, and suddenly everyone owns a Tesla, vacations in Bali, and runs a 6-figure side business. A 2023 Credit Karma survey found that 39% of people in Tier 1 countries admitted to overspending just to match what they saw online. You're no longer competing with your future self. You're competing with a highlight reel. and you're losing real money doing it. Finally, problem 7, and almost no one says it out loud. It is the fear of success. Most people don't actually fear failure, they fear success. Because success brings new responsibility, new attention, and new expectations. So right before the breakthrough, you procrastinate, you quit the course, you stop posting, you ghost the opportunity. Napoleon Hill wrote in Think and Grow Rich that most people fail not on the first try, but 3 feet from gold. That is self-sabotage wearing a polite mask. Take a breath. That's the damage. Now let's undo it. Here's solution 1. Right at the start of your day. Every morning, before you touch your phone, sit quietly for 10 minutes. Spend 5 minutes writing down what you are grateful for financially. Even the small things, like a roof, a meal, a running laptop, a phone that works. Then spend 5 minutes visualizing the future version of you who already handles money with calm confidence. This isn't fluff. A 2021 study from the University of California showed that people who practiced financial gratitude for 21 days made 23% fewer impulsive purchases. You're literally retraining your brain to feel safe around money. Fix 1. Done. Second solution. Straight to the root. Next, grab a notebook. Write down 3 money beliefs you heard as a child. Now, cross each one out and replace it with a new one in your own words. If your parents said, "Money is hard to keep," you write "Money flows to me and stays with me." Dr. Carol Dweck's mindset research at Stanford proved that identity level shifts, not motivation, create lasting behavior change. You're not chanting affirmations, you're installing a new operating system in your head. Before we move on, here's a small teaser. The next tip is one my mentor charges clients thousands of dollars for. Don't skip it. Now, the third fix, and my mentor charges thousands for this one. Most people chase money without ever feeling worthy of it. So the second it arrives, they leak it. Psychologist Dr. Nathaniel Branden, known as the father of the self-esteem movement, said every financial ceiling is really a self-worth ceiling in disguise. So every night, write one short sentence. Today I did something that proves I deserve more. Maybe you said no to a bad deal. Maybe you saved $10. Maybe you asked for a higher rate. Small proof stacks into deep belief. The fourth fix sounds too simple to matter. It isn't. Here's the simplest one, and it works every single time. Open your banking app tonight. Don't panic. Don't react. Don't judge. Just look. A Harvard Business Review report found that people who checked their finances weekly without emotional reaction grew their savings 2.5 times faster than those who avoided their accounts. Awareness alone changes behavior. You cannot heal what you refuse to see. Now, the fifth and final solution, and this one locks it all in. And finally, the real game changer. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, teaches that real change happens when you shift your identity, not just your goals. Don't say "I want to be rich." Say "I am the kind of person who respects money." Then do one small action daily that proves that identity. Skip one unnecessary purchase. Read one page of a finance book. Send one invoice you've been delaying for weeks. Small identity proof compounds faster than any raise ever could. 7 problems, 5 fixes. Now let's zoom out. Self-sabotage is not a personality flaw. It is a silent program running in the background. It begins with an upper limit, grows through a childhood blueprint, feeds on scarcity, hides behind emotional spending, and finally ends in guilt, comparison, and the fear of success. But the moment you reset your mornings, rewrite your story, anchor your worth, track without fear, and shift your identity, the whole pattern quietly collapses. 10 minutes a day is all it takes. Not 10 years. Not 10 courses. Just 10 honest minutes with yourself. Your bank account is simply a mirror of your mind. Clean the mirror, and the reflection changes. If this video opened your eyes even a little, hit that like button right now. Share it with one friend who keeps saying they're broke but never looks at the real reason behind it. Subscribe to this channel, because every week I break down the psychology behind money in a way schools never taught you. And in the comments, tell me honestly, which of the 7 self-sabotage patterns hit you the hardest? Your answer might help someone else realize they are not alone. See you in the next one.